Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a Podium vehicle review, and this week's Podium vehicle is going to be the Deluxo. Yes, this is actually a pretty big deal for a lot of people that it's on the Podium, which is pretty cool. This will be a Podium vehicle through Wednesday the 15th. All right, and then it'll swap over on next Thursday, more than likely, unless they do like a double week thing or something like that. But we'll talk about the performance, the weaponization, and whether or not I recommend you guys actually purchase this vehicle if you cannot win it from the wheel. All right, so the price, $3,550,000. It can be found in Warstock, Cache, and Carry. And then look at that little notation down there. To fully mod this vehicle, you will need to have a weapons vehicle workshop inside of a Avenger or a MOC. So a little bit of a paywall right there, actually a big paywall to go along with that price tag. But as you see, it's got some decent customization, but regardless of the customization and the weaponization of this vehicle, this is the DeLorean. This is the Back to the Future cars. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, that is pretty cool. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty dope. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're dead to me. If you don't know what Back to the Future is, if you don't know who Marty McFly is, you're just dead to me. Okay, I'm sorry. You need to get up on some of the best entertainment that human species have ever created and put out. All right, the Back to the Future series are just awesome. Anyways, let's get back to the video here. So you got your basic customization, a few things you can do with the hood, the bumpers, the exhaust, but the big thing is going to be the weaponization, so we'll get to that in just a moment. You got some skirt options, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy with the pricing on the traditional, upgrades or whatever. The spoiler on there. The spoiler will help out with traction as well. And even though you can't use this vehicle in a traditional race that we know of, there are a couple of races that you can use the Deluxo in. They are actually Deluxo, custom races. We'll go over that in just a moment here. But the big thing is going to be the weapons, right? You can add the mounted machine guns and missiles for $188,100, which is pretty affordable considering some of the other weaponized vehicles and what you have to pay to get those weapons on them. All right. So let's look at some of the performance right now in regard to the weapons. So the machine guns are actually pretty decent. They're not bad at all. As you see right here, they're not, some of the vehicles that have weapons on them, they're just little pea shooters or like little 22 caliber or something like that. But those can put down some serious lead. Now, the Deluxo has the missiles that can be fired from the front of the vehicle. They track pretty well. They're pretty good with the tracking capabilities. And you get 30 missiles that you can shoot with this bad boy right here. And after 30, though, they do run out. And you're going to have to go back into an MOC or something like that and pull it back out. And that should refill it. You may be able to, call it away and then bring it back as well. And that might be able to refill them at the same time. So that's pretty cool. Not bad at all. You get a little bit more than you do with some of the other vehicles that fly around and stuff like that. Here are the races that you can use the Deluxo in. They're actually called Deluxo, than the name of the race itself, which is they're okay. I've played one of them. Nothing too crazy. They're all right. No one's hardly playing them though, but so just keep that in mind. If there's a double money event, you'll get more people. It does, hover over the water. But, I remember when this vehicle came out, it was the second of what I call the cheesy vehicles, right? The vehicles that really shouldn't be in the game. First was the Ruiner 2000. It could jump up in the air and parachute would pop out of it. It was the kit car, you know what I mean? Then this guy came out. It was heavily used as a grief vehicle, but, it has evolved since then. And it is what it is, right? So, the Deluxo. Do I recommend you buy this vehicle if you cannot win it from the wheel? Yes and no. Do you have to have this vehicle? No. The Mark II does way better. I would use the Buzzard over this vehicle to, get my crates and things like that. But I already have a Mark II. If you already have a Mark II, there's no need to buy this if you're using it in terms of money grinding. However, in terms of nostalgia and in terms of, it being what it is in regard to, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the movie and stuff like that, yeah, you got to have it as a collector vehicle. But, you have to make sure you have enough money because you have to have an MOC if you fully want to modify it out, or an Avenger with the weapons workshop, the weapon vehicle workshop in there. it's a mixed bag. This is not something you have to have, not something I would waste money on right now, especially if you have, limited funds. But if you got, tons of money, you've been grinding, you've been following my guides and my tutorials, you're making a lot of cash, yeah, definitely have it in your inventory. But once you get back to your money grind, you're going to use vehicles that are just better than and more efficient than the Deluxo, and it'll just end up sitting in your garage. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Definitely try and win it from the actual wheel, but if not, then unless you have the disposable income, do not buy this vehicle unless you want to have it for a collector's item with disposable income. All right, to be very clear on that. So, anyways, that's review. I hate this vehicle. I hate that it's in the game. I hate all these cheesy vehicles. We shouldn't have hovering cars and flying motorcycles and cars that have parachutes pooping out of the top, but they're in the game, right? So that's one of my biggest arguments for the Mark II. I'm kind of getting off track here, but I hate that they're in the game, but I love it at the same time. I really do. It's because of the nostalgia of what they are from the movies and stuff. So anyways, that's what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for coming out. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like. All right, subscribe to my channel if you are new for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.